The Airbus A330neo program was launched with the goal of giving new life to one of Airbus's most successful widebody families. By adding new engines, aerodynamic improvements, and modernized cabins, the A330neo was meant to compete with Boeing's 787 Dreamliner and fill the gap for airlines that wanted efficiency without the cost of a completely new airframe. Airbus decided to offer two versions, the smaller A330-800neo and the larger A330-900neo. On paper, the A330-800neo looked promising, but in reality, it has been almost completely overshadowed by its bigger sibling. The A330-800neo is the direct successor to the A330-200. It offers excellent range, around 15,000 kilometers, making it capable of ultra-long-haul missions. It also benefits from the new Rolls-Royce Trent 7000 engines, which deliver significant fuel savings compared to the previous generation. With its size, seating roughly 250 to 270 passengers, the aircraft could have been a natural fit for thinner long-haul routes where demand is not strong enough to fill a larger aircraft. Despite these advantages, sales have been extremely limited. To date, only a handful of airlines, including Kuwait Airways and Uganda Airlines, have taken delivery of the A330-800neo, while the order book has remained very small compared to the A330-900neo. The reasons behind this lack of success are mainly economic and strategic. Airlines today are focusing on maximizing revenue and reducing costs, and in most cases, larger aircraft provide better returns. The A330-900neo, with capacity for 280 to 300 passengers and a range of around 13,300 kilometers, fits perfectly into the sweet spot of the market. It offers almost the same efficiency per seat as the A330-800neo, but because it carries more passengers, the operating cost per seat is lower. In other words, airlines get more value out of the larger version without sacrificing much in terms of range. For most airlines, that trade-off is much more attractive. Another factor is competition. When Airbus launched the A330neo, Boeing's 787 family was already well established. The 787-8 occupies the same size and range category as the A330-800neo, but it had a significant head start in terms of orders and deliveries. Many airlines looking for a smaller, long-range twinjet had already committed to the 787 by the time the A330-800neo became available. Meanwhile, the 787-9 competes more directly with the A330-900neo, but Airbus has been able to secure orders there because the A330-900neo is cheaper to acquire and uses a proven, common platform with older A330 fleets. Fleet planning also plays an important role. Airlines prefer to simplify their operations by choosing aircraft types that can cover as many missions as possible. The A330-900neo offers flexibility for both medium and long-haul routes with higher capacity, while the A330-800neo is more specialized. In a market where efficiency and standardization are crucial, this specialization has worked against the smaller version. For many airlines, the A330-800neo simply doesn't offer enough advantages to justify adding a separate subfleet. There is also the psychological factor of growth. Airlines generally want to plan for increased demand rather than limited demand. A larger aircraft like the A330-900neo provides room for growth on existing routes, while the smaller -800 might restrict future capacity. Given the global trends before the pandemic, with rising passenger numbers and strong long-haul demand, most airlines preferred to invest in the larger version. Even after the pandemic, when demand recovery was uncertain, airlines continued to favor larger, more versatile aircraft. Despite its poor sales, the A330-800neo does have a niche. It is attractive for airlines that need ultra-long-range performance but cannot fill a bigger plane. It can also serve as a replacement for aging A340s or 767s in certain markets. However, that niche is too small to sustain high production numbers. Airbus has essentially accepted that the A330-800neo will never be a bestseller, and instead focuses on marketing the A330-900neo as the main model in the family. In conclusion, the A330-800neo is a capable aircraft with excellent range and modern efficiency, but it entered a market where its advantages were overshadowed by larger aircraft and tough competition from Boeing. Airlines have overwhelmingly chosen the A330-900neo because it offers better economics, higher capacity, and more flexibility for future growth. As a result, The A330-800neo has become one of the least successful widebody aircraft in Airbus's modern history, serving only a small group of operators while its larger sibling carries the program forward.